So guys, something pretty big just happened recently. It hasn't gotten nearly the attention I think it deserves. And that's that the Supreme Court just blocked a California law that was designed to protect transgender students' privacy at school. Now, what the law basically said was that if a student confides in a teacher or a counselor about their gender identity, the school does not automatically have to inform the parents. The point of the law was simple. Some kids are safe at home, but some aren't. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. For some students, being forced out before they're ready could mean that they lose support, losing housing, or facing abuse. But the Supreme Court doesn't give a fuck about that, so they stepped in and blocked that protection, which means now the argument is shifting back to whether schools can be forced to disclose a student's gender identity to the parents. And I want people to really think about what that means before they react emotionally to it. Guys, supporters of this decision are framing this as a parental rights issue. They're saying that parents should always know what's going on with their child at school. And on the surface, I get it. It sounds reasonable even to myself as a parent. But the problem is that the law wasn't about hiding things from loving parents. It was about protecting kids who, don't have safe homes to go to. Teachers, counselors, and school staff deal with this reality all the frickin' time. Some kids genuinely fear what could happen if their parents find out certain things about them a little too early, which is a sad thing to me. So the question that the law tried to answer was not should parents be involved, it was what happens when telling the parents could actually put the child in more danger. It's all about the kids, right? And that's where the nuance in this conversation usually disappears for a lot of people. Another thing people should also understand is that the Supreme Court didn't go through a long, full trial process on this. This decision came through what's called the emergency docket, which means that the court stepped in quickly to block the law before the normal legal process finished playing out. Now, this is super important to understand because it means that the policy protecting these students was stopped before a full review of evidence and arguments could even happen. And whether you agree or disagree with the policy itself, that kind of move has major implications, guys. Because now the court is essentially deciding the direction of social policy before the normal legal process even finishes. That is huge. That is a huge amount of power being exercised extremely quickly. But beyond the legal debate, guys, there is a bigger question here. Transgender people exist. Trans kids exist. And they're already navigating an incredibly difficult world. You don't have to understand everyone and every part of someone's identity to recognize that they're a human being who deserves safety and dignity. And if a student is scared to talk about who they are because of what they're afraid might happen when they get home, that should fucking concern all of us, especially the Protect the Kids crowd. This conversation shouldn't be about scoring political points at all. It should be about making sure that kids, all fucking kids across the board, have at least one place where they feel safe enough to be honest about who they are.